Okay, so hello and good morning, everyone. So my name is Muhammad Khairul bin Hacho, metric number 193-177. So today I'm going to teach you a poem entitled by I Am by John Clare. So your language proficiency is intermediate. You guys are Form 3 students. And the content of the lesson is I'm going to teach you on tone and mood. Okay. So now let's begin the class. Okay. Okay. Hello and good afternoon, class.
Good
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 afternoon.
afternoon,
afternoon,
teacher.
teacher.
Okay. Okay. How is everybody? How is everybody doing? Everybody
Great.
doing
Good.
good?
I'm
Great.
good.
Good.
Yeah.
Okay.
Good.
Very
Sleepy.
good. Sleepy. Okay. No, don't worry. After my class, during my class, you won't be sleepy. Okay. Okay. So today we have arrived. With going to another lesson with Sakai, not serai, the green vegetable in your fridge. This is Sakai. So now we are going to do an online lesson. This is a series of our online lesson throughout the COVID-19 holiday. Yeah. So okay, what we are going to learn today is something that is quite interesting, and it has something that is related to the flashcard that you could see on your screen. So first of all, before I start with this flashcard, I apologize first if some of you couldn't really see my face because it's kind of dark here because I'm at Italy and it's here it is night. You guys are right
I
there
see. I
there.
see, teacher.
Okay, so okay, let's begin. So let's see. Okay. So look at this sentence here. So I want you guys to look at this and listen to how I recite this sentence. Okay, so I will begin. I always got ignored by my friends in school. I hate it here. I am always alone. Why didn't anybody wants to be my friend? So what do you think about that sentence? Like how does it sounds like, and how does it makes you feel? Any volunteer?
feel I feel sad
Okay, you feel sad.
I feel very
Why
sad
do you
and
feel sad?
lonely.
because firstly it's getting ignored by your friends,
True,
and of
true.
course being alone makes
Yes,
me feel sad.
yes. Like when you read this sentence, you kind of get the idea that this writer is currently undergoing something that is very sad, that is very depressing, because he said that anybody, no one wants to be his friend, and he always end up alone. So you could feel that the mood is he is desperate to have a friend in his school. So okay, let's see whether it is correct or not. So okay, when you read it, you can have sad, sad feelings. You might feel pity for the writer. You might sympathize with him, and you might only also conclude that from his sentence that he might be involved in bullying maybe because his friends isolated him in school. Okay, so let's see the second card. So anybody want to act this one out? Maybe yo. Try to
Yes.
Yeah.
recite this as with the expression and the way.
Okay. I was scolded by my mom, and she said
Oh.
I was a stupid child. I'm not stupid. She is the one who's busy with her work all the time. She didn't spend any time with me.
Okay, very
Is
good,
that okay?
very good, very good. You should be an actor, Johannes.
Very
Yeah, I
convincing.
think so
Very
too.
convincing indeed. Okay, so you're gonna get the feeling of he is mad, because you know this is it is written in capitalized letters, capital letters. So you can see that he is, kind of mad that because her mother said that he was a stupid child. He is not. The reason he became stupid is because his mom. The mom is the bad one here. He is disappointed. He feels tense because of being neglected by his mom and not being loved enough by his parents. You kind of get, this kind of vibes just by, reading this sentence, kind of get into the perspective of the writer itself. Okay, so for this one, Fatih Akmal, can you read this for me?
Okay. Uh, I've given up on living. Everything that I do is meaningless. Everyone doesn't care about me at all. I can't cope with this life anymore. I think
Okay,
that's
very
it.
good. Okay, so let me ask some random questions. Anisha, what is your first impression when you hear how Kema delivers this sentence?
I think he sounds sad and
Sounds sad.
pathetic.
You might be sprinkle a little bit of despair there.
I don't know.
Okay, okay, very good, very good. He is actually very sad. You might get the feeling like that he was, in a total despair. He is, might develop some suicidal tendencies from this sentence. So, okay, depression, it could be associated with tense, suicidal, gloomy, or silent mood. Okay, okay, that's it for the evening. So basically, today we are going to learn tone and mood. So tone and mood are actually two different things. So the tone is how the attitude that the writer delivers the sentence, like whether it is, kind of sad, kind of lonely, kind of depressed. So the mood is might be, it might be silent. It might be, if it's sad, it might be the mood might be gloomy. Okay. Okay. Next, we're gonna go to the presentation session. Alright. So okay. So here we go. We're just gonna be brief here for the presentation session because we're just gonna go to tone and mood. And for the other symbolisms, allegory, imageries, and for this poem, I will teach you on our next class. So stay tuned. So first of all, I need to focus on the tone and mood first. So let's go by the uh, chapter by chapter. Well, first, let's us talk about this poem first. So this poem is introduced by John Clare. The title is I Am. Okay. John Clare is a poor farming family. He is the first working class poet known in his time, and he is also well known for his celebrity representations of the English countryside. So a quick, an interesting fact based on what I've read that he actually wrote this poem when he was crazy, when he was in the mental asylum. He's been there twice. He got out once, and then he get in back, and then he wrote this poem. That means that how crazy this person is. But how no matter how crazy it is, but he still managed to deliver or create such a wonderful poem. So okay, so this poem is a negative poem, as you can see from our past activity. Because the speaker believes that people do not care for him, life is too much for him because he is depressed. That's why he went to the mental asylum. So okay, let's go for this first stanza. Okay. I am yet no one cares or knows, so it means that the speaker is alive, yet no one cares about him. He is abandoned by his friend. I am his friends forsake him like a memory loss. And he is the self-consumer of my words, where he has no problem, pain, no one to share with. And then, in this first stanza, the writer, delivers the pains and the love that, he didn't get because he was isolated by everyone that he knew. If you can see at the last one, and yet I am alive and like breakfast toast, means that he is alive, he is there, he exists, but people treat him like he was dead, like he was not there, like he didn't matter to anybody. Okay, so next for the second stanza. Okay, into the nothingness of scorn and noise, into the living sea of waking dreams. So these waking dreams, it describes how the writer experienced his isolation, which is in asylum, which is a mental hospital, and the living sea is to emphasize that the speaker is an organic or living world. So he shows that in this stanza that he is, he he feels longing with his friends, but he kind of regrets that his friends didn't treat him fairly, because that impacts his personality. He become depressed because of that, and then it impacts in the but the vast shipwreck of my life's esteem. It wrecks his self-esteem to live, that he becomes suicidal and he become depressed. So okay, for the third stanza, I long for scenes where men have never trod, a place where women never smiled or wept, there to abide with my creator God. So the speaker reveals that his desire to go to heaven, wishes to be isolated where there will be no man, no happiness, no sadness, no anything. So what does this mean, Zul? He wants to go to the heaven. He wants there is no man, no happiness, no sadness, no anything. What does the writer mean by this?
He has lost
Suicide.
feelings and lost hope in life, so he wants
Yes,
to
very
die.
good. Very good. He has lost hope. He has lost, faith in continuing living. Another way you can, interpret this to might be, he wants to die. He Because he said that he wants to go to the heaven, and when you are going to heaven, and he wants to be, you can get anything that you want in heaven. So he wants to be isolated in heaven, without any man, without no happiness, without sadness. He remains the same because he has given up, with the people around him because they didn't care for him. And sleep as I in childhood sweetly slept, untroubling and untroubled where I lie, the grass below, above the vaulted sky. So he is leaning to death. He is on earth. He is alive, but he hopes for heaven. He wants to die. Okay. So I think that's it for okay. So what is the tone of this poem? So the tone of this poem I am is the subject is the poet himself. This is about the experiences that the poet experienced throughout his life. So this is the poet's attitude. This shows the poet's attitude towards the subject of himself as a form of disappointment, a form of sadness, a form of hopelessness. So you kind of get this kind of vibes when you are reading this poem. It's kind of depressing when you read it, but that's what makes it interesting for me. Okay, so I hope you will feel the same too. So okay, so now that okay have yeah. So do you guys have any questions about the poem?
No.
No. Okay, very good. So I assume that you guys have understand the poem. So next we are going to do a new activity for our post lesson. So here is the activity. So I want you guys to create a poem by incorporating a tone and mood of either sadness, despair, or solitude. You could also, uh, create something that is, related to your something that you experience during your lockdown session of COVID-19 at home. Maybe you can, share about that in your poem. It doesn't have to be much. You can do it, like one stanza. So okay, I also want you to incorporate the rhyme scheme based on what we've learned from our previous class. A B A B A B in your poem. So okay, I'll be here available of the time. If you have any questions while doing this, so I'm going to give you guys several minutes to do the poem. Would that be okay?
Yes, teacher.
Okay, teacher.
Okay, very good.
Teacher, I'm done.
Okay, so we're done. Okay. Okay, I'm gonna ask, because we have such a limited time, it's almost 6 already. So I'm just gonna ask, several person to present. And then those who have written their poems, I will send this Padlet link in the group later, and then you can post your poems there, and I will see one of them and comment. So okay, first of all, um I want to see Johannes' poem. Johannes, can you share your poem?
Okay.
Okay.
Yes, teacher. I can share my poem. Are you all ready?
Okay.
Yes.
Okay. This poem is about depression. The title of it is Depression is a Monster. Depression is a monster that destroys both heart and soul. It tortures without mercy and consumes its victims whole. That's all.
Okay. Thank you very much, Johannes. It's written wonderfully. Thank you. So
Thank you, teacher.
next can I hear the poem from Zuldanish?
Yes. Okay. So I wrote a poem. It's a 6-line poem. The title is Quarantine by your boy Zol.
Cool.
Okay, here goes. I don't know about you, but quarantine makes me smile. I can do whatever I want to do, even fool around for a little while. But is it all clear and true when loneliness starts to compile?
Very good. Very good. Please give Zul a clap. Very good. Johannes and Zul, you guys have written, a poem that's so wonderful. You also incorporated the rhyme scheme ABAB, and also, have the sense, the elements of tone and mood of sadness, despair, solitude, the things that you experienced during the COVID-19 pandemic. So it is very good. It's a national treasure. So I think that's all for our class today. I'm looking forward to see you again in our next class. I hope you guys are doing well. Stay at home, stay safe, wear your masks, and we'll see each other soon. Thank you very much, everyone.
Thank you,
Thank you,
teacher.
Thank you,
teacher.
teacher.
Okay, teacher.
Macam mana nak matikan recording?